What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, and today I'm coming at you with a requested deck in the form of Ojama ABC. You might be wondering, how does this work? I'm sure you've probably figured out. It's it's Oja Assimilation. You need this card for this deck to work, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I didn't do much good with this deck. It pretty much does one thing, because the intended idea behind it is that you give Ojamas more of a win con by giving them the ability to run Dragon Buster. However, that's kind of all the deck does. It just makes Dragon Buster and nothing else. But let's go ahead and get over this deck real fast, starting with the most important card, Oja Assimilation. So it's a normal spell that lets you reveal a Light Machine fusion monster from your extra deck, i.e. Dragon Buster, and from there you can banish Ojama monsters from your hand, field, or graveyard up to the number of specifically named material and special summon those specifically named materials. So how it would work is you would activate the assimilation, reveal Dragon Buster, banish free Ojamas from somewhere, and then you would be able to special summon A, B, and C from your deck, going into a Dragon Buster. And that is the whole deck. Thank you for being here. No, I'm joking. But that is pretty much the whole play of this deck. You can just make a Buster Dragon off of Ojamas. It has another effect where you can take the banished Ojamas, shuffle them back into the deck, and draw a card. But, that's the only other thing about it. So it's basically just a way to... It just makes Buster Dragon. That's all. Like I said, that's all this deck does. Like, I would love to go over the other cards, but that's just standard Ojama stuff. I mean, I guess I will. Obviously, you want to run a lot of Ojamas for the Oja Assimilation, so you have to run few copies of each of the originals. You could make an argument for running A, B, and C at 1 each. I like having them at 2, though, just because the monsters do have to be summoned from the deck. So keep that in mind. You also run free blue, because when it is destroyed by battle, it flows into any Ojama card. So pretty important searcher there. Red kind of lets you do your standard Ojama plays, but on normal summon, just summon any amount of Ojamas from your hand. So it's a good way to get link material in the field, especially for like Ojama Emperor and stuff. And we're running 1 Armed Dragon level free, so our Oja Matching is live. Oja Matching is kind of like the search spell for Ojamas. It lets you add a Armed Dragon card from your deck to your hand, as well as a Ojama, and then you have the option of normal summoning one of those monsters, the idea being that you can activate this during the end phase, normal summon Armed Dragon level free, then it will pass to the opponent's standby phase, where you can upgrade into level 5 immediately. But we mostly run it because you have to have one for searching purposes, but it's a good way to boost consistency, stuff like that. We also have Pot of Extravagance, because the only card in our extra deck that really matters is Buster Dragon. We run it free. Beyond that, we can just run like Power Up with the Hippo Shinigami, removal by 2 Nightmare Package each, and in case we want to actually play Ojamas, just some Ojama Emperor action going on here. We also have Called by the Grave, because if this shuts down, the entire deck pretty much stops working, so we need that search summon from deck. We also have Twin Twister for spell trap popping. We main deck it over Lightning Storm, because Lightning Storm's a little more situational than Twin Twister. There's a lot of control going on in the format right now, so you definitely need a little bit of spell trap removal. Finally, we have Ojama Country for a little bit of that 6-6 recovery. You just discard an Ojama, and then you revive an Ojama. The last main deck card we have is Oja Magic, which, when discarded, lets you search 1 copy of each of the original Ojama monsters. Now for the extra deck, which we kind of went over a little bit, but just in case you know, we will be going over ABC Buster Dragon, what it does. So it requires A, B, and C, and it must be special summoned by banishing the fusion material that you control. So yeah, they basically have to be, A, B, and C have to be on the field. Once per turn is a quick effect. It lets you discard a card in order to banish something on the field, and during the opponent's turn, you can tag it out to summon a banished A, B, and C to your field while putting it in the graveyard. That's basically all it does. It's a really cool card. You know, fairly easy to make, but by itself, it's not exactly hugely intimidating. It's just a single disruption, and I feel a lot of decks have evolved to the point where even something that's not great can play through at least like a disruption. So I don't know, it's a good card, but if you want to play ABC, I would just recommend playing ABC, because this deck, while memey and fun, is not super great. But yeah, now for the side deck, we just have free Gamecill, free Nibiru, free Lightning Storm, 2 Lost Wind, red Reboot, and free Storming in case we need to play defensively. Pretty standard stuff. I am assuming everyone kind of knows the purposes of those cards. But yeah, so like I said, this deck is a meme. Its best play is just make Buster Dragon turn 1. So yeah, normally we would have a couple replays where I show the deck's weaknesses and strengths, it kind of going off and not going off, and explaining which will happen more frequently. But in this particular situation, only needed to get one good replay, so I will see you guys there. Alright, welcome to the first and last replay of KZ5Ds. We are tab, as usual, and we actually did manage to go first this time, so it wasn't awful. A player did not agree to the 2020 rule set, so we couldn't do it, but yeah, so you're basically going to see the play and how it goes. So we draw a card off of Assimilation, make the Buster, and set a called. And that's pretty much the point of this deck. That's its best first turn. That's what it wants to do. It sets up a Disruption, which we do have because we have a card in hand, gets you a draw, gets you a Buster on board, and just sort of does that. That's basically what this deck does. It just makes Buster Dragon. It makes Buster Dragon. That is what you're going to be doing this deck. So this is best, and this also shows why this is kind of for the worst. So our hero opponent has opened the Absolute Nuts, and he's going to go ahead and make all the plays he wishes. We're going to go ahead and do a call on the Shadow Mist so he does not get another search. Unfortunately, though, he is able to get the Ferris out. He activates the E emergency call. We're going to go ahead and discard our card to try to banish that increase, so he will not be able to extend further beyond. However, he is going to be using the increases effect in order to go ahead and get it going, so we decide to tag out to build up a little bit more of a defensive board, because, well, the heroes going second can do a lot of damage with the setup he has right now. However, he did have the called in hand, so he's able to stop our Buster, so we are not able to banish, increase, or get our tag out. So yeah, their opponent's just going to go ahead and continue to hero combo, as, you know, you are expected to do. Cross Crusader is going to give him a search. He polys into the Sunriser. Sunriser giving him the Miracle Fusion, so the ability to make more. And he's just going to OTKS. And so, like I said, this demonstrates well the strengths and weaknesses of this deck. The strength, you can very easily make Buster Dragon. The weakness, if your opponent can play for one disruption, yeah, you're right about fucked. So a bit of a shorter video today, but that's kind of all I could really come up with this deck. I did do something similar a while ago. I called it the Chaz. I might actually bring it back, but it was basically just using all the Ojama support to support armed dragons and like the Union monster archetype. So yeah, though, that was pretty much the deck. I definitely feel like I could have done more with this, but so please let me know how I could have done more, just because I am curious. I want to know sort of what Ojama ideas everyone has, and, you know, what ideas you can give me, because Ojamas are really fun. But yeah, that all being said, like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.